either midway or towards the end. Which would be best for you?
Probably like towards the end.
Towards the end, yeah?
Yeah.
To kind of throw to this is what people are going to be getting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect. We've got a minute 50. Is there anything you want to know?
And so we're going to the interview first?
Yeah, we're going to do the
interview
first.
Is Lisa calling in?
Lisa's on the line right now.
Okay,
right? So
cool,
I'm probably gonna speak to Lisa first to set us up.
Yeah.
And then bring you in, and then we can have like a conversation going back and forth, yeah?
Cool.
Also, no swearing, please.
Cool, yeah.
I'm telling you, because if it happens, they have to take it down from the air, and we can't give it to you to share it or do whatever with it, alright?
Okay.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna wind this song down now. You ready? Yeah. Cool. That what number does that say on the bottom of it?
One.
It's free.
That's
no,
one.
it says free. All right, your mic is live too. You gonna be joining us?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, perfect. Stay
Am
with me.
I talking during the interview or no?
Say one more time.
Am I talking in the interview or no?
It's gonna be a bit too confusing if you got three people.
Yeah,
so I'd say if you could just do the performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, mics down, mics up. Whew. This ain't a love song. Well, listen, I'm not going to sing along to that because I am a terrible singer. But that is Scouting for Girls here on BBC Radio London. Now, listen, I'm really, really excited to bring on our next two guests, particularly because in the world of creativity, in the world of spoken word, I've heard about the organization Apples and Snakes for such a long time. I've got various friends who, you know, from the likes of Caleb Femi, Benjamin Zephaniah, Lem Cisse, Holly McNeish. So many people have come through the rankings of Apples and Snakes, which is, if you don't know, a huge 40-year anniversary organization that has brought through the likes of some of the most legendary creatives in London and around the UK. Please join me in welcoming the CEO and artistic director, Lisa Mead, to the show. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Hello.
Now, I've got to say this, right? How does it feel knowing that Apples and Snakes, all right, is reaching its 40-year anniversary?
I know, it's pretty mad, isn't it?
It is pretty mad. And you are, you know, the CEO and artistic director of that. It must be a great achievement for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's amazing when you think back to how it started. So it was started by three poets who put on a night in a pub back in 1982,
right.
and it snowballed from there. So I think, and what's quite interesting is when you look back at the history about what was the ethos of what they started and how that's kept all the way through. So, you know, diversity of voices and platforming new talent against established talent, and all of those things are just embedded into the organisation and have been for the last 40 years. And they've just, it's a pretty unique organisation, I think.
Oh, 100%. And apparently now you guys are taking over the legendary space that is the Roundhouse for a full day of events as part of the Last Word Festival. And we have a friend of yours, Conrad Murray, right here in the building. Conrad, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what up, man? How's it going?
What is going on now? You got to help me with this, right? Apparently you are a vocal linguistic Olympian with your vocals. I don't know. How do you call yourself? How do you describe yourself?
Yeah, it's like a vocal gymnast. I mean, basically, I'm a beatboxer.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now. Listen. I'm sorry, right? I'm a huge fan of what people can do with their voice just through poetry. But that is beyond musicality to me, right? Like where did it start for you to have these developed skills?
Me, I was, from like Razel and hip hop culture.
I remember Razel, yeah.
Like, if your mother born, and you're like, well, is this real? Is this real? And then knowing about all the other beatboxers on the scene and just trying to copy and battle your mates and meeting slow-mo.
So you're a battler as well, right?
No, I'm not actually a battler, but I know a lot of the battlers. So I know MC Zaini, who was like beatbox champion.
Okay.
And he performs with Jay Sean. And also ABH is part of our academy. He's UK beatbox champs. So I beatbox and I rap, but I direct a lot of the beatboxers. I'm so into it, I kind of know how to combine it and kind of make it sound good.
So tell me this, how do you then, find yourself in the world of poetry and spoken word? I know it's about, vocality, but how do you work with poets or collaborate with them?
I guess it's all the vocal arts, right? And I guess spoken word is part of hip hop as well. Originally, but for me, I knew about Apples and Snakes. That was my introduction to spoken word because they were at the BAC Art Centre.
Yes.
When I started like over 20 years ago when I was a teenager, so they were there. So I remember seeing like them doing their spoken word poetry and seeing their poetry collections, thinking this is mad because it's like rap, but it's not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like the words are like proper. The emphasis is how they're saying the words on the words. And I guess it's, that's kind of my introduction, basically.
And breathing control, like performance, like learning how to, change your wording at a certain point. Like in some ways, I would say that beatbox is a similar format to spoken word.
It's all from the body, man. It's all the breath, it's all the voice.
All right. So are we going to expect some collaborations on this takeover? Elisa, is this what you guys got secretly planned for the Roundhouse Last Word Festival takeover?
Yeah. What can I say?
You got to say it all. I want to know everything.
So yeah, there are collaborations. So Conrad is. So we worked a lot with an artist called Thai Music, who lots of people will know is a legendary hip hop artist who passed during COVID and was a really good friend of the organisation. And we wanted his presence to be in this gig because it's our 40-year history and he's a big part of our history. And so when I was thinking about how do we do that, kind of had in my head also the connection to Battersea Arts Centre, and it just seemed to make sense to ask Conrad and the Beatbox Collective to see if they would do something that was they're doing a medley of Thai tracks with maybe a guest. Maybe there's going to be a guest on there. I won't give that away.
I think you're holding back some secrets. So for my BBC Radio London familia, Lisa, who are thinking, all right, what does a spoken word music festival consist of? What programming do you and Conrad have planned for this very, very special day on June the 3rd?
So we're taking over the Roundhouse for the whole day. I have to say a massive thanks to Roundhouse for giving poetry that platform because
100%.
Through the Last Word Festival they've really, really championed poetry and spoken word. So they've given us the building for the day, which is quite scary and brilliant. So we have all sorts of stuff going on. So in the studio space we're platforming some young poetry collectives. So we've got Barbican Young Poets, we've got Poetic Unity, we've got the Roundhouse Collective.
Nice.
We're also doing a live podcast recording, and then we're doing a conversation with Bella Freud, the fashion designer, who's a sort of organisation friend and championing the event with us, with Joelle Taylor, looking at the aesthetics of protest, because poetry obviously is so rooted in that political protest as well. And then we have in the little hub space, we have some yoga and creative writing. We have voice baths. We have this thing we call
all of this on one day. All of this on one day.
One day.
Come on.
£17.50. Come on.
Come on.
The inner live drawing is amazing. It's like a really nice event where we play on that thing of life drawing classes. So instead of we have some actors and they take on they embody situations, and then instead of sketching, you sketch your words. So you write poems in response to what's happening in front of us.
I like that.
So there's like a little well-being moment, and then there's some young collectives, and then in the evening we do the sort of mega gig, which we're calling the Apples and Snakes All-Stars, which is an insane lineup of like the best kind of artists, spoken word artists in the UK.
Well, before you name them, because we still have time tonight, right?
Yeah.
I want to speak to you right now, Conrad, okay? I learned that when you want to be a crafter, a creative, you have to devote yourself to something. And sometimes you lose friends because they don't get why you're practicing so much, why you're not going out in the town. How long did it take you to develop a skill? Because there are a lot of youngsters out there that think, I want to be just as talented as you. I want to be a part of the Beatbox Academy. Like, what is it that I've got to learn to really develop the skill? Where did you start and how did you develop to the point where you're at now?
Me, it was about kind of like maybe cutting off some of the noise, so like knowing that what I wanted to do is to practice music and practice beatboxing and practice writing. And sometimes it's foregoing some of the things that I didn't want to do. So if people want to go out kind of partying or whatever, and don't necessarily want to always do those things. Of course, I did do them, but I knew that I had a road that I wanted to go down.
You had a bigger purpose.
Yeah. And it's about knowing yourself and not getting lost in kind of doing everything, following the crowd, basically.
Yeah. So how many hours? Because they say it takes 10,000 hours apparently to be a professional in any one skill. How long did it take? Be honest with me, my friend.
I mean, I still feel like I'm still growing. I'm still improving. But like I saw a Facebook reminder today of like the show that I put together. I had beatboxing, spoken word, and theatre called No Milk for the Foxes. 10 years ago, I did a scratch of it, and it got published last year.
Wow.
Now that's 10 years ago.
That's 10 years ago.
So that took like almost a decade from like the stage to the page.
Wow.
And it's still, it still goes quite quick. If you think about 10 years, that's a long time. When you're doing it and you're in the flow, you're enjoying it so much that time just flies. You know what I mean? Like,
See, and this is what I love, all right? See, you and Lisa, you get to give me the insight to my BBC Radio London family who don't know how hard it takes sometimes. You don't know you have to expose yourself to these moments, these skills, these techniques, or these organizations such as Apples and Snakes that will find you at different points in your career and further develop you. All right, listen, Lisa, bring me the heavyweights. Who are going to be performing at this all-star lineup? Let us know.
Right. Okay. Here you go. You ready?
I'm ready. Now, Lisa, before you do that, we've got someone very special here, right? Now, I don't know, is there a way that you can work with Lisa and collaborate to make any name she says really powerful, all right?
Okay, you can try.
Yeah, okay, let's get you set up.
Like drop some bars or something, Lion. This is not going to go well.
All right, listen, I just made you a poet with some special effects, so we can definitely do that.
Okay, I am not a poet. Okay, here we go. So, hosted by Jan Blake, the international amazing storyteller.
International.
International. And then, we're dropping a couple of T.S. Eliot Prize winners. So we've got Joel Taylor, got Roger Robinson, we've got some nominees. So Yomi Shode doing a piece with Belinda Zawi.
Hey, Lisa, we're going to make you a poet, all right? If anything, if it's not a poet, we're going to make you a rapper, and you and Conrad are going to have a special show at the Roundhouse, all right? That will sell out everything. I guarantee you. Listen, I want people to know also there is more in store, right? It's poetry, it's creativity, you're doing yoga, you're doing workshops. But I'm going to ask you for a second, Lisa, if you don't mind, all right? We're going to focus our attention on the duo that we have right here in the building. And Conrad, you need to give us an introduction. You're going to give us a little taster about what we're going to experience on June the 3rd.
Cool. So I'm here with Aziza Brown, beatboxer, vocalist, performer, and we're gonna vibe. We're gonna jam, but we're not gonna give away some of the special stuff we've prepared.
Okay. All right. You're teasing us.
We want to hold that back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, my friend, take away. Cool. This is a special jam session on BBC Radio London with your boy Lionheart. Let's go.
My time to shine now I've got a phone. Yeah, it's really mine now I've got a phone. Feeling really good cause it's something that I own. Now I've got a phone. I never thought that I was something special. Now I got one and it was no trouble. Where I come from, I didn't belong. And now they've accepted me, I can't believe. It's my time to shine now I've got a phone.
Yeah, it's really mine now I got a phone. Feeling really good cause it's something that I own. Now I got a phone. We said that we were gonna do it, running the flow. A Beatbox Academy, we're getting the show. We put it down on stages, lyrics on pages. Freestyle and it sounds outrageous. Making beats upon a microphone and it sounds so good. Think about it when you're going home. We run the beat, make a sound from the street, coming fresh about the sea and
breathing, what it means to be alive. Heart beating, in a day we give and try to survive. Is this right or wrong? What have I done? Breathing, what it means to, what it means to, what it means to breathe in, what it means to be alive. Breathe in, what it means to be alive. Heart beating, in a day we give and try to survive. Is this right or wrong? What have you done?
Beatbox Academy, Apples and Snakes.
Yeah.
Come on. Lisa, you're back. Now, I kind of want you to be the third person in this because if I wasn't in the studio right now, I wouldn't know that came from your mouth. Like, I wouldn't have known, right? It sounded so
mad, isn't it?
like it was live in the studio. Like, you had the drums, the percussion, everything. Like, we have to know where we can get tickets, when this is happening. It's June the 3rd. Lisa, give us all the deets.
Okay, so you can get tickets either on Roundhouse website, roundhouse.org.uk, it's Apples and Snakes Takeover, or via our website, applesandsnakes.org, or you can follow us on socials at Apples and Snakes.
And obviously we need Conrad's social media as well, my friend. Please let us know where we can find you guys.
Yeah. So BAC __ beatbox _ academy.
You lot are absolutely sick. I love this.
They're amazing,
June
aren't
the 3rd. Lisa, you guys are up to some really magical things. And I just want to say, happy 40th anniversary to Apples and Snakes for pioneering and doing so much. Lisa, at some point, I'm going to buy you some biscuits to celebrate, all right?
I'll hold you to that. You know I will.
You take care, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
Yo, you lot are sick, mate. You lot are sick, mate.
Oh, cheers, man.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
days. I'm so glad you recorded it as well, you know, because I'm like, wait, let me play a song. How long have you lot been doing this for?
I'm coming up on like
2 years?
not yet.
No?
Because it's 2021. So wait, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, you lot are absolutely sick. Do you want to get pictures before we go?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Mate.
You do mind fine.
Hey, bro, listen, I actually might have to learn how to do the skills. I can